Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Yo, what up? What up? What up? What's going on, y'all? I apologize, man. I got an unexpected phone call, but I had to take that call, man. And it was right after I hit the live button. Anyway, with that being said, man, we just got that good news, got me feeling good or whatnot, man. We're gonna probably have to get some better lighting in here because the lighting is not the best right now. Shout out to Tina. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying, for letting me use the space. I'm back in the Charlotte area, man. So again, shout out to her for allowing me to use the space while I'm here. But we're gonna go ahead and jump into part two. This is gonna be part two of Kevin Samuels saying that black men need to cut their hair or stay at the bottom. You can either cut your hair or you can stay at the bottom, fam. Make a choice. Again, like I said yesterday, guys, I am not one of those people that automatically, just discredits anybody that says things like this. I'm always open and willing to listen to whatever it is that they have to say about the subject, man, because I believe, you can extract good information from people like Kevin, again, because he does have the experience. Um, and, as we heard, him climbing a ladder and getting all those promotions, in every single last quarter is freaking insane, man. So, anyway, without further ado, let's dive back into this thing, y'all. Let's get it. Let's get it. That was some good news, man. Let's go. All right, right now he just stepped away from the camera. We
I'm not
did
going to
have a
risk
young
my business and my reputation on this guy.
fresh.
I mean, how many times do you see somebody who's like, dang, critical? Let's put it in sports. How many times do you see somebody who's in a critical situation in a basketball game or a football game and they make a stupid play? They foul somebody out of frustration.
Mm-hmm.
They get a penalty out of emotion. They lose big.
Absolutely.
As a data manager, contractor, there's no upper position in my job. What do I do then? Well, you're a contractor.
Yeah.
As a data manager contractor, there is no upper position for my section in my job. What to do then? It pays well, but I dislike being capped. I see it as a high-paid dead end with that company.
It is high-paid dead end. Contractors, you're by yourselves.
Yeah.
So why the upper end is, if you are a contractor, we're talking about climbing the corporate ladder. Either you go back to work inside of an organization, but honestly, do you have any management skills? If you went to work for a company, what management skills do you have? See, another one thing I'm talking about, a lot of guys push back on this because they lack people skills. They lack the ability to be able to play the game, to be able to make small talk, to be able to get people to do what they want to. A lot of black men get to a position in management and they run it. Emotional women say, I'm a manager, you're the rep. You should do it because my job title. People don't follow titles.
Nope.
People don't follow titles. People follow leadership. Don, what do you got? Don. All right. Hello, Don. Can't hear you. Come on.
You hear me?
Now I can.
Is my voice good?
What?
Say again.
the hell is going on?
Cashback is good,
I'm like, yo, what's going
but
on,
double
bro?
cashback is even better.
Hold on, y'all.
Discover
actually
matches
got to
all
sit
the
through this,
cashback you've earned at the end of your first.
So he actually has, I guess, one of his first people that he's inviting onto the platform to let them come on up to the front of the congregation and speak their piece.
Okay. Get off mute the YouTube channels in the back, and please get off the speakerphone or Bluetooth. See, when you got somebody in here like Marcus, so basically, dress like you serve drinks. More shaming tactics to keep you stuck down there with him. See, listen to the entire.
Hold on 1 second, guys. We got some echo. We got some feedback real quick. Let me go back into this thing and do this one time for the one time. And we can't be out there like this, baby. Got to do better. Remove from scene. And we're gonna try to get some better lighting as well, man. I got some stuff. But we cannot be out here struggling like this, fam. Why y'all ain't tell me? Hey, moderators. No, I'm just we ain't got to that point just yet, man. We got moderators. All right, man. We should be good now. Let me go ahead and bring this thing back up. Boom. All right. Let me know what that audio sound. Let me know what that audio do. Oh, damn it. Forgot to go through some of the comments. My fault. We the People News say don't cut your hair. Don't cut your hair. Appreciate it, man. We gonna see, man. Again, I'm not on either side of the fence when it comes to that just yet, man. We just getting some information or whatever. But yeah, man, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate y'all. I got to make sure that I continue to put that thing in there, man. Listen, I really do appreciate y'all. Seriously. We're going to go through two more. Shout out to Miss Barbara. Appreciate you, man. Shalik says, Kevin always looks nice. You need some suits, Katie. I agree. We got a little something on the way or whatnot, man. It's supposed to be here either today or Saturday. All right. So, trust me, Lee. One of these live streams, your boy I'm gonna have a suit on. Just bear with me. It's coming. Believe that. All right. We are not as fresh as Kevin is, but we're gonna try to make it do what it do.
And being indignant, the false pride and bravado, the arrogance that comes with saying something as stupid as that.
Damn.
And he actually thought it was funny.
Hey.
He actually thought he was being witty.
Childish.
I really need you guys to understand this.
What advice do you have if I want to move to a new state? Should I stick with my job or look to do something new? Currently work for a big corporation.
If you want to move to a new state, I would move to the new state with the company because it's the easiest way to go. And then once you're in the new state, look around. Don't do two things at once. It's easy to find a job once you're already there. But I need you to go back to understand what these people like Marcus. Now, see, Marcus does not have a management job to put you in. Marcus does not have any advice, practical advice that he knows that works. He has none of that. He's got none of that. All he's got is barbershop and schoolyard insults, like a junior high schooler or a high schooler. I need you guys to understand this is what happens far too often for black men. And it's because you got so many Marcuses around. A lot of young black men are like, well, I don't want to be called a sellout or a coon, or I don't want to say I look like I serve drinks. You better stop caring what Marcus thinks. You better stop caring what your cousin thinks, what your auntie thinks. You better start caring about what's best for you. Go ahead, Don. Waiting for you to get your volume together.
Yeah, is everything good now?
There we go. There you go. What you got for me?
All right, so all I wanted to say is I feel like you're absolutely correct
Uh-oh.
However, I just feel like,
Feel.
you know,
I keep
of
hearing
course
feel.
you can't tell a white man what to do in his house. So you have to play the game. But at the same time, you kind of telling like why do black people, especially black men, why is their hair unique? Like why can a white man, have his job and he can have an inverted mohawk. He can have a bald head in the middle but hair on the side. Why is that
Lord.
acceptable?
Do you see any of those people in executive management?
I'm sure there is. Let's not play.
No. Do you see any of those in executive management in your company?
Not at all.
Okay then.
No. So what are you talking about? They can't
But
do what he.
but I don't work for anyone.
No. Okay, but so you gave me an example
Right.
Mhm.
that you can't tell me you see.
I'm sure you've seen a lot of people.
No.
You cannot. No. Pull them up. Just a Google. So what you're telling me, what you're wanting us to believe,
Right.
is that black men, there's only black men
Right.
that have to play the game. You can be a white guy and have an inverted mohawk and be a CEO or CFO, upper management, and be a middle or upper management.
Okay, what about Kevin O'Leary?
Who?
You mean the guy on Shark Tank?
He's an executive.
Lord, bro.
Anecdotal one-offs don't change the fact.
Right, man.
You look across
Majority.
the cross-section of America.
Majority.
Well, middle management and upper management is homogeneous.
I ain't gonna lie. When I first started hearing him say, I feel like, I already knew what it was gonna come to, man. The exact same thing that you see a lot of feminine people do. All right? I feel. Or they'll give anecdotal experiences or anecdotal examples. When you look across the board, are most of these executives and people that are high up, are most of them walking around with mohawks and crazy hairstyles? No. All right. So you just better your chances when you go in there looking presentable with a nice clean cut, nice suit on, or whatever the case may be. It may be like anecdotal, but you cannot take that and think that the exception is the rule. This is the problem that we're having right now, man. Feel. I already knew what time it was.
See, how about this, Don? Why not just accept what I said is accurate instead of continuing to question because you don't see what you're in your feelings?
I told
I
you,
don't disagree with you. I think you're right.
Well, if you think I'm right, why did you say, well, why can white boys do it? You can't even tell me white boys that are doing it.
When you asked me, I mean, you stated that it's all about the brand and the company, right? And how
Appreciate it.
your parents.
Hold on.
I don't know about every stream, but
I said personal expression
it sounds
is
good.
rebellious and counterproductive if it doesn't line up with corporate focus, mission statement, and overall corporate brand. That's
And whose image aligns with that?
Everybody across the board, like if
whose image aligns with that. Rephrase your question.
A white man's image aligns with what you're saying.
oh
No.
Lord, this is not
Well, unfortunately, let's go down that path.
Because
Lord.
we're in their house.
Hold on.
I'm here.
Man, this hold on. Am I not on cam? My bad, y'all. Hold on. The issue, this is the issue that I have with stuff like this, man. Not I think take that out of it, right? Take that out of it and just look at it like this. Every man, all right, most of the people that watch these live streams are guys. Every man, whether you're white, black, blue, purple, green, pink, whatever you identify as, every man that walks into a building, you need to make sure that you're looking presentable. All right. First and foremost, make sure everything is nice and neat. Your facial hair, your hair, whatever. And you're going to have better outcomes across the board with more people when you just look the part. Stop thinking this is just a black white type of thing, man. Kevin is just honestly trying to set people up to succeed. He's not telling you these things because he wants you to fail. Like he's trying to give you some good information, and a lot of these guys are not taking it because get out your feelings, man. Get out your feelings. Do you want to level up and get to the bag and get that money or whatever? Get a better job where it's going to be hopefully, you'll be getting better pay or whatever to hopefully make your life easier? Or do you want to continue to go down this doggone rabbit hole and tell him that he is wrong? Even though this guy over here, Kevin, actually has the experience, he got the resume, he has the results, but a lot of these guys are not listening, man, because feel like they're right. Where's my doggone? It's crazy, man.
See, brother,
Brother.
this is a break of corporate rapport right there, because we were trying to have an exchange of ideas. If you made a Fortune 500 company from the ground on up, you could make the corporate brand focus and image what you wanted to.
And that's exactly why I'm here. So
But that's the point. That's the point. Your work. See, we don't have problems working at the lower levels for them.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But we have a problem is going at the upper levels. See, you'll pick the goddamn cotton, but you won't want to go to the big house. Let's get real.
I'm with you, Kevin. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying at all. Everything you're saying is right.
Hold on.
On Shark Tank. What are you talking about?
I understand, Brian. So what's bothering you about what I'm saying?
Because it's just a lot of things, a lot of different variables. You're saying that the brand, your image has to be basically with the focus of the brand, right?
Yeah.
But then I'm like, whose image is that? And it's of the white man's.
Okay.
You're saying a black man has to cut his hair and he's too
Hold
powerful.
Hold on, bro. Let him speak on it.
As if you want to work for that company.
Right, in their house.
Let him speak
Okay.
on it.
No, you can call it their house, their company, their
Right.
business.
Right.
Did you go to college?
No, I didn't.
Okay. What do you do for a living?
I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a musician.
Okay, you're a musician.
Right.
What do you do?
I'm a music artist, I'm a composer.
Okay, you're a composer. How do you make money?
How do I make money? The way I make money.
Okay, this is not a trick. I'm trying to talk to you. So I want everybody to pay attention. You notice how defensive he is. I just asked you, brother, did you go to college? That's a yes or no question. It's no heat, no judgment.
Yeah, I answer you.
No, you're not. You're being non-responsive.
Yeah.
How do you make money?
I just make money the way I make money.
All right. So
not in corporate America.
So brother, real talk.
Yeah.
Why are we talking? You don't even want to tell people how they make money. So you don't even have a career.
Through stocks and bonds.
Okay. Through stocks and bonds. How?
But it's like you're not getting at the exact argument.
No, brother.
You're saying how black people are not ahead.
Hold on. This is my channel.
Right.
Corporate image consultant.
Yeah.
The one who's went through corporate America. And unfortunately, you just said you don't have any experience going to college, and you're not in corporate America. You're a musician.
Right.
You're a composer, and you can't even share with the rest of us why you're credible to even be talking about this, questioning why I'm right or wrong. We need to investigate.
You're not wrong.
So what's the ultimate point? What's
right? And again, what Kevin is honestly trying to get at right here, man, he's not trying to put this brother on the spot. I don't think he's trying to put this brother on the spot. He's trying to get a better understanding for who it is that he's talking to, how this guy makes money, to ultimately see, like, what is your angle? And so I'm asking you, what do you do for a living? How do you make money? Because the guys that I am speaking to, all right, these guys, most of these guys that may be on my channel, whatever, may be looking to get some better insight, are guys that work for companies. All right, when you look at majority of people, majority of guys don't have their own business. Majority of guys don't have, an LLC or whatever. They don't work for themselves. Majority of guys actually work for a company, whether it be McDonald's, whether it be Microsoft or whatever. They work for somebody. So they can't just go into work looking any type of way if they want to level up. All right. So if I'm speaking to the majority of these guys, and then you come in and you say, okay, what you're saying is right, but I do take an issue with this, that, and the third or whatever. Okay, okay, cool. I respect what you're saying, but I need to know, like, where are you coming from with this? Like, what do you do for a living? How do you make your money or whatever? Okay, so if you make money however you make money, understand that I'm talking to these type of guys, the guys that are going to work every day. They work a 9 to 5 and they're looking to climb the corporate ladder. And if you don't have any experience in that, then just let me rock because I have the experience. Unfortunately, well, I'm not gonna say unfortunately, but you don't. So, just let that rock, man. I mean, I can understand exactly why he's asking the question that he's asking to get a
I mean, you're
better
crossing
understanding
the
from
fact
where.
that it's a white man's corporation. Make
Can I
your
answer
move.
you without you cutting me off? Will you allow me that?
If it's going to be anything,
Okay.
go ahead. Go ahead.
You were saying that black men are basically losing because they have pride. My thing is, why is it that a black man can't grow his hair? And why is that such a big deal? Why is it that he's being unique because he wants to grow his hair? Why is having dreads rebellious?
You can do one or the other. You can be unique and do your own ish or stay at the bottom, or unfortunately, sometimes you're going to have to buy in if you want to climb that corporate ladder. All right. And once you get up there, then, what I'm saying, if you want to switch it up or whatever, once you've gotten that title or whatever, man, and you got that comfort or you got that a certain level of protection or whatever. Or, you can build your own business, your Fortune 500 company from the ground up. But understand this, man. It's going to require some type of sacrifice if you want to climb that ladder. Just because you feel or you want to be unique or stand out or whatever, listen, you're working for someone else. All right? You're not working for yourself. If you're in a company or you work for a company, then you work for that company. Your image is every freaking thing, man.
I've answered that several different ways. I don't know what else you're trying to hear. You can grow your dreads.
Yeah.
You just won't move up.
Right.
If your dreads don't line up with the company focus, mission statement, or corporate brand,
It's a good chance.
you will not be put into a position to represent that company. You will be invisible. You can be in the stock room, you can be in the warehouse, you can be a truck driver, but you will not be on the masthead. You won't be on the website. You won't be anywhere.
And what's wrong with
Hold
our
on.
image?
You won't be. Okay. Hold on.
He said, "What's wrong
You
with what?"
understand what I just said?
I missed
I
it.
do, Kevin.
Okay. So what's wrong with that? If your hair is that important, then you're gonna have
More
to
important than your
sacrifice
money?
the other stuff.
Come on, fam.
Is that a choice,
What's wrong with our image, though?
brother? Is that a choice?
Yeah,
What's wrong with our image?
So I'm
You're
gonna
not
ask you
answering-
one more time.
When you say is that a choice, it is a
Brother,
choice.
Okay, it is a choice. That's right. And it is a choice. So you get a choice to choose between your hair
Right.
and potentially moving up. That's all you get in this world. See, what you're not understanding, how do you?
I'm 24.
25. Look,
You're 24
I knew it.
year old guys a lot. And what would your father say if you asked him?
Ask him what?
If you talked to him about this, what would your father say?
You already know.
State your question. What I ask him?
What would your father say about playing by the rules and having to get out in corporate America and having to play by the rules by everybody else plays? What would he say?
Well, from young, my father always gave me the business mindset, like Dame Dash would talk about, being your own boss and starting from young and learning
What
how
would
to.
what would your father say about you want to move up? You got to
Right.
play the game.
Absolutely.
What would your father
Absolutely.
say? So what would
He
your
would have to. He would tell me to be my own businessman. But if we're pretending to growing in business America, corporate America, he would say exactly what you're saying to play the game.
Well, that's all we're talking about, brother. So that's that. See, first of all, you're
But
young.
why are there more Jay-Z's
Stop.
with titles?
Come on,
Wow.
bro.
Wait, let me go ahead and mute you up.
Go ahead.
You're young.
Right.
Hold on, before I get in, let me answer this doggone question so I can take it down. Will you be dressing up every day? Yes or no? So when you say dressing up every day, um, I'm actually in the process right now of switching out all of my gear. All right, so I'm actually in the process of getting rid of, the t-shirts, well, not getting rid of them, but I want to get to a point where every day that I cam up, I'm either in a suit or I'm looking my best. And that costs a lot of money. All right, so that's the reason why this thing is honestly going to take time. I don't want to half a it. I don't try not to curse, but yeah, I don't want to half a it, man. I want to make sure that when I get to a certain point, that thing can just roll out. Now, again, you guys will be seeing me in spurts or whatever. What I'm saying, dressing up sometimes or whatever, and having a whole little shaboing. But I'm gonna say by end of August, September, yes, I'm honestly looking to be quote unquote dressed up every day that I step on camera. All right. Every day that I step on camera, I'm looking to be, presentable, camera ready or whatever, man. And, have you guys something to kind of look at like every day or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna get into it, man. We're gonna get into it. We got a lot of work
You
though. We
understand
got a
if
lot
you're
of work to
talking
do.
to someone who's done it, your opinion and
Hmm.
my lived experience are nowhere close to being the same.
At all.
Do you understand that you're working with someone who currently advises companies and individuals how
Hmm.
to line up their corporate focus mission statement and overall brand with their business objectives?
Right.
I have corporate clients who come to me to help refurbish their image to help them move up the corporate ladder. So why are you not just accepting what me as the professional who's lived it and done it is talking about instead of asking why can't it be?
Because you're not telling anybody
Because I'm telling you what you do, what you don't want to hear is no offense, dude, but fuck your feelings. It don't matter how you feel about it. It don't matter if you like it.
I'm not in
You don't have to. You don't have.
Black
And you
man
keep talking.
down other black males. They crossed Michael Vick for saying Conan captured, cut his hair.
It's
It
not
doesn't
about
matter
the hair.
if you like.
You're not really
It
telling
really
black
does.
men how to
Hold
travel.
on, dude. Hold on, dude. I'm gonna let you go ahead and say what you have to say because I'll give you 30 seconds because here's what ends up happening. As young black men, you're far too rebellious when you're dealing with older black men.
Absolutely.
We don't. When I'm out,
Absolutely.
when I'm if you we naturally push against older black men, even the ones who know something.
Right.
And the thing is, you can do what it is you want, but honestly, what you're saying is, I'm a musician and a composer, but you haven't said how you make your money.
Nope.
And I'm not even understanding what dog you have in this fight.
Right.
What was my goal?
Yeah, what dog do you have?
Kevin, I watch all your videos.
Okay.
Okay.
I elevate through your videos. I don't disagree with what you're saying. All I'm just saying is when you're saying how black men are losing and how other races like when black men are prideful, it's understandable, but at the same time, you're not in this episode, you're not telling them to trailblaze. You're telling them to play by the game and play by the.
Excuse me?
Pardon me?
Excuse me? I'm not telling them to trailblaze. That's not my job.
Right.
That's not my job. This video is about how to move up in corporate America. What the fuck are you talking about?
Uh-oh. Here we go.
I mean, seriously, it's not my job. I don't hear you talking about how to fix a car.
Oh,
Don?
I'm here. I'm
I don't hear you talking about how to fix a car. I don't hear you talking about health. You're a musician. Is that your job?
Yeah.
So what are you talking about?
What are you arguing with it? All I'm just saying is the things that you're saying
are correct.
When
Spot
it comes
on.
to corporate America and working in somebody else's house.
That's what the
That's what he's talking about.
But you're saying how black men are losers.
All right. I'm gonna have to let you go. You
You
keep
can let me
repeating,
go.
you keep repeating yourself. That's what the subject is. Do you see? You see what I'm talking about?
Loud and
A
wrong,
24-year-old guy who says, "I respect your content. I respect your content." Did he?
Good grief, man. Again, this is honestly unfortunate, man, when you have young men like that that come in the doggone room and say that, listen, I watch all your videos, I listen to your content. Your content has helped me elevate all this, that, and the third. And yet, and still, when you get, well, I'm not gonna say face to face, but when you actually get and you're able to have a conversation with him, instead of extracting more knowledge. You can maybe ask him some questions or whatever. You get on here and you go back and forth. And again, it's so freaking wrong. And the whole entire point that Kevin has made and the point that he is making is if you want to climb the corporate ladder, if you want to climb the corporate ladder, then you may have to cut your freaking hair or you're going to have to cut your hair. And I don't know what like he just missed everything. But when he started coming in and he was talking about his feelings, I already knew what time it was.
It
Honestly,
seemed like he was respecting
yeah.
anything. He wanted to argue. The
hmm
fact that black men are at
Feeling.
the bottom. You don't have to like it. It is.
And I think again, this is the issue that a lot of feminine people possess, right? They don't want to live in reality. They don't want you to tell them the truth. The truth hurts. And a lot of people, again, they're not used to that tough love. Maybe they grew up, they were maybe raised by their mother or they were raised by a soft father instead of one of those masculine uh men that could, of course, give a balance of tough love to get you to understand. Listen, the world is not easy. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. All right. Nobody gives two f's about you when it comes to a job. They can fire you and hire the next person the next day, whatever. But understand this, there are ways to go about doing things. There are some things you're going to have to do that you don't want to do in order to get to where you want to be. And as a man, you need to understand that. That's one of the greatest lessons I believe a father can teach to his son or his daughter, to his children. Listen, that's just how the world operates, all right? The world is going to operate out of tough love. Everybody's not going to be that, oh, it's going to be okay, all that. No, if the rent is due, the rent is due. You're going to have to figure out a way to get that money in by the first, because if you don't, then you're going to get a late notice. Then you're going to get whatever, and then those eviction papers are going to be filed. They do not care, all right? So you're going to have tough skin. You're going to have to live in reality. And the quicker you get a teenager, a growing adult to understand that, the better off they will be. Because if you don't, then they're going to be like well, something similar, maybe even worse than this young man that just got on there. All right? Sit there and go back and forth about the truth across the board. But,
It is a verifiable fact.
well, it's crazy.
We are at the bottom. Black boys are at the bottom. Verifiable fact.
Yep. Fourth grade
Why
reading
should
level,
we have to
third
cut
grade
our
reading,
hair? Why should we have
something
to do?
like that.
How do you move up with that kind of rebellious, I ain't got to do shit attitude? And I'm supposed to be somebody that he respects and likes. Can you imagine that kind of attitude?
No.
I want you guys to pay
This is
attention.
an older,
Can you imagine
kept
having
in his
men like
50s.
with that mindset
50s,
in corporate
60s.
America? That level of rebelliousness. And it's all about because I shouldn't have to. I should be able to do what I want to do inside of the company you made.
What sense does that make?
And that's some bull.
What freaking sense does that make,
This is why
honestly?
you have dudes that are like 35 and 40 years old doing entry-level jobs.
I want to come in your house
Because they couldn't
and do
make
what
the
I
transition.
want to do. Come on, man. Come on, y'all.
You ever ask yourself, why that is?
It goes back to how they were raised, man.
Can't make the transition.
Honestly, it goes back to how they were raised and who they were raised by. And understand this: just because you're at the bottom, just because you were raised, and just because you picked up a lot of things that you maybe shouldn't have picked up, you can unlearn those things as you get older and you have these conversations and you're seeing how the world operates. You can then change after the fact. All right, and that doesn't necessarily have to be, you know, who you are, right? But you have to behave and you have to do certain things around certain people. I mean, it's just, again, how the world operates, how the world works. You can act a certain type of way when you're at home, but when you go into work, you got to be somewhat like Two-Faced. And once I step into this building, I understand that, there's a certain way that I have to behave around certain people. There's a certain way that I have to move, a certain way that I have to walk. You know what I mean? Like, of course, yeah, definitely be yourself. I'm not saying, be fake. I mean, a part of who you are should be that person that's respectful, you know what I mean, and everything that underlines. I'm not saying go in there and again just be fake. Definitely be who you are, but you can definitely hold back on some of those things. Like you're not gonna curse at work. Hopefully you don't, but you curse at home. Like just because you're not cursing at work, that doesn't mean that you're not who you're supposed to be or you're not being yourself. No, I just understand that I'm in a type of environment where I cannot necessarily do that if I want to keep my job. All right.
Do you want to be on camera?
A lot of people always feel like they selling out, man. I don't want to go to work and be fake. That's being fake.
Can't hear you. I cannot hear you.
Hopefully
Turn
we get
on your there we go.
I want
Say something. There we go. So what's going on? Charles Faulkner, I see you in the waiting room. Go ahead, Brunel. What you got for me?
All right.
Okay, so
Brunel.
first off, I didn't know my screen name was going to show up.
Okay.
But first, I know that your content is awesome. I'm 29 years old, and I got you're completely correct. Like, it's not the fact that you're saying to not cherish ourselves because of our individuality. It's saying that if you're trying to work in these corporate settings, you have to play the game in order to get to where you want to get to. You're not saying that we can't be individuals.
Almost 30.
As you can see, I have a long beard and whatnot, and I get some pushback because of that. But here's the thing, though. I learned, okay, well, if I keep it ungroomed, if I'm not on point with that, I'm gonna get the pushback. The second I'm groomed, I'm professional and whatnot, no one has a problem with it. And if I choose to want to continue to grow in the company, I have to stay this course. Now, granted, wanting to be an entrepreneur, that's one thing. Mm-hmm. But you're working for yourself. The whole idea of being in someone else's house, that in itself makes you think of it in a negative way. Mm-hmm. If you want to excel in Apple, if you want to excel in Google, if you want to excel in any of these companies that other people built, you do have to abide by the brand.
So, Mr. James, does that make you less of a black man?
Nope.
No. I mean, to be completely honest with you, man, I'll tell y'all like this. I'm 6'2", I'm 300 pounds. I'm trying to get on my fitness and all that stuff. Like I said, I've been watching your content. And for the longest, I've been trying to tear away from the idea of staying in that young mindset, dressing just T-shirts and all that good stuff. I'm actually at work now. I work at a hospital. But at the same time, I know, watching my dad, if you're going to sit in front of these banks, it's going to be an entrepreneur. My dad's an entrepreneur. He built his own $1 billion company. The point is, when he got in front of these bankers, these boardrooms to get those $1 million lines of credit to be able to make those type of moves, he was wearing a suit. Absolutely. And he said straight up, man, hey, you got to learn how to play the game.
All right, hold on. Let me go ahead and get somebody else in this. Hold on.
Play the game, then create a path.
All right, I got some other people, and you can stay on the line, but I got to make a comment. Mercy L says if you were a Crip, you wouldn't wear red just because you wanted to. You goddamn right you wouldn't. Appreciate it. Let me go ahead and unmute you.
Oh, Lord.
Go ahead and unmute Roy.
Yeah, we try to take over.
Your side now, Roy. There we go. Roy, what do you got for me?
Hey there, Kevin. It might not be slightly off topic, but I just want to, I guess, when you talk about moving up in corporate America, I was wondering about how do you reconcile that with kind of what you talk about working 60 hours a week? Like, for example, should I focus my time on, if I'm trying to move up, should I focus my time on, trying to, improve kind of like,
See, this is what I'm talking about. I know this is kind of off topic technically, but coming in and asking, I don't know if Kevin gonna let that slide, but coming in and asking questions to help improve yourself. Like, listen, hey, and I know, he probably gonna take an issue with this, but if you actually get a chance to speak to someone that has that information, asking questions like this, he probably shouldn't have led with that thing though. He probably should have led with a question about the actual topic and then moved on from it. But yeah, this kind of feels like this is off topic.
improve my certifications, things like that, improving.
Okay, are we asking how to move up?
Well, yes, if I was trying to move up, because it seems like it's a kind of a conflict when I'm thinking about, especially, and it's like you said, the jobs are salary, and saying the conflict of working 60 hours a week.
Panda has to
And
rise. That's actually the name of my car. I call my car
I don't understand 60 hours a week is a conflict. Have you sat down with your manager or your direct report and asked them to do a career path for you?
Yes, yep, yep.
Okay, and you have a career path. Are you
Yes.
on target?
No, I'm not. No.
Are you behind?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what you got to do.
As being behind your responsibility.
Yes, yep.
There you go. You can't move up if you have a career path.
Mm-hmm.
You sat down with the managers and they said, "Here's your career path forward." If you're behind,
now
you got to work. Even if you're behind in the race, what do you have to do?
You gotta move faster.
There we go.
So does that mean about so if I need to do that, that almost means I have to just stop working about the 60 hours and really just focus on getting the career path and moving
Well, I don't
ahead.
know what you mean the 60 hours. You mean the 60 hours outside of what you're doing?
No, I mean you say you want people that are CA to work 60 hours a week, 60 hours a day time. And I'm saying that, if I'm, trying to move ahead, that time should almost be more focused on catching up.
No.
Okay.
What time do you go to bed?
10 o'clock.
I go pretty late, around 1. So.
Okay.
That's weird. The comments are gone.
You go to bed at 1? What time do you wake up?
I wake up at 5. So.
Okay. Go to bed at 1. What are you doing when you're not? See, what are you doing with your time is the real question. It's not the 60 hours. It's probably the usage of time. This is why you need to get one-on-one consulting. You need somebody from the outside looking in because you gave me 3 different issues. 1, you got a career path. 2, you know where you're supposed to be and you're behind. 60 hours a week that you're working should not change the fact. And if you're only sleeping 4 hours a day, how are you using your time?
Right.
So it doesn't really this isn't making a bunch of sense, but this is where you actually, I would say, one-on-one consulting. I actually offer that as a service. I'll put the link in the chat room.
There you go.
One-on-one career base. Charles Faulkner, what do you got for me, man? Let me unmute you. You got to unmute yourself, Charles.
Woo! How you doing?
What's going on, fam?
Try to stylish profile. That's a bad outfit, man.
Appreciate it.
I got to tell you something a little bit about my life, if you don't mind, Doctor.
Go ahead.
I was in the military since the age of 17.
Okay.
Black men do not understand this rebellious nature, but let me tell you something. This is the nature of what happens when you're under women all the time. See, women by nature are chaotic. Men toe the line. Why? Because men settle the land. They settle the family. Have you ever noticed you have a more structured child when you have them raised by men? You want to excel into the upper echelon of masculinity and man.
Hot dog, boy. I had to pause it right there. Good grief, man. Hey, the brother that's smoking a cigar is coming in dropping bombs. You hear me? Is dropping bombs. I don't care what anybody says. He is 1,000% correct. When you have a child that is raised by a masculine man, he has more structure. He's more likely to succeed. Of course, when you have that, have that balance, right? That mother that was nurturing or whatever, but that father that understands that I am the leader. I am the protector. I'm going to instill all of these lessons, these morals, these values, and everything into my child, the structure into my child. That child is, man, listen, I don't even know what the data and the statistics is behind that, but he is so much more likely to succeed because of that. Again, a mother is a nurturer, but a father is going to instill all of those lessons into that child. So when it comes to life, I'm telling you, I don't know why I mean, I understand why that is, but that child is going to excel so much further, so much quicker than a child that did not have their father. Again, I'm speaking about that masculine father that understands how to lead, understand that he is the protector, and understand that I want to put all of this into my child. All of these lessons and everything that I've learned throughout the years, I want to make sure that I instill that in my child through, again, I think that a lot of guys now want to be women. And just hear me out when I say this. They want to be that nurturer. I believe that that is the woman's job. I don't believe that that is the man's job, all right? That woman, that's why you have to have a balance, right? That nurturer, you know what I mean? You got a boo-boo, oh, baby, it's going to be okay or whatever. Listen, as a father, we definitely gonna put a band-aid on that thing, but I'm gonna tell you, yo, hey, you're okay, you're all right, I'm gonna check, make sure you're okay. All right, now let's get back out there. You got this. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make sure, that you don't do anything to hurt yourself too much. But I believe our job as, grown men or whatever, fathers, whatever the case may be, even older brothers, all right? I believe that our job is to, especially when you have those young kids, is allow them to make like certain mistakes, but still make sure that, what I'm saying, we're watching them or whatever in a controlled environment. You can make mistakes in a controlled environment. And the issue is most soft men and most mothers want to put a bubble on those children. And what that ends up doing is it causes that child to be a little bit more rebellious because they don't have the structure and everything that they need. It causes those children to believe that they are invincible, that they can challenge any and everything. And I promise you, this is chaotic. If you look at children today that have less structure, they are all over the place. All right. You look at most children now, a lot more children are coming from single parent households. A lot more children are being raised by feminine parents. All right. There is no balance. There is no masculine energy. That a lot of these guys that need to be masculine, that need to be those leaders, those protectors, and I try to kind of stay away from the provide because listen, the way that everything is going right now is going to require, you know what I mean, some help from both parties when it comes to making money to make sure that we have a roof over our head, clothes on our back, food on the table, and everything. Most guys are going to need that, but at the net of it, you have to at least understand that, man. Listen, as a man, you need to be instilling certain things into that child. And one of the main things that parents can give to children is structure. All right. Definitely love. All right. Definitely, I'm not saying don't love your children, but children need structure. And I understand that a lot of children are getting love right now. I mean, I'm not saying everybody, but a lot of children are getting love, but they don't have structure. And without structure, again, man, there's so much freaking chaos, man. You got so many children being rebellious, they don't listen, and this is not helping at all. But let me let this man finish dropping these bombs, man. Come on, come through.
You gotta play the game. You gotta be. Yes, you may have to cut your hair. You don't have to cut your hair, but you don't have to work here either.
Mhm.
Right. In the police department, I'm on the list to be promoted to 3 sergeant. This year alone, just by shits and giggles and very little overtime, I made 90,000. Little over
Wow.
that.
That's what's up.
When I get promoted to sergeant, that money will increase even further.
Mm-hmm.
So black men have gotten this mindset because of this feminist agenda,
Mm-hmm.
is that they're trying to get the maximum amount of money from the minimum amount of work.
Hot.
That's it.
See, people want to talk about, well, how can we trailblaze? The fuck you need to trailblaze? Get your shit together. Everybody's not meant to have their own business.
Mm-mm. Nope.
Mm-hmm.
See, a lot of
Go ahead. Go ahead.
A lot of people need to really find who they are and what are their capabilities and work upon them.
Mm-hmm.
Strengthen your weaknesses and maximize your strength.
All right.
That came from Charles. I didn't read his last name. Junior. So whoever, shout out to Senior, man. Shout out to Senior. Shout out to that guy's mom, because he honestly sounds like, he was raised by really, really good parents that understood the assignment. Yeah.
We go ahead and put you back in. We had somebody drop off. What you smoking on today, man?
This is the straight jacket.
Straight jacket.
All right, fam. All right, man. Charles made a couple of good points. A couple of points I want to emphasize. Wanting to get the maximum amount of money from the minimum amount of effort is is not masculine. It's not manly. It's not.
Don't make any sense.
We work and we expect to get you pay
Logic.
like you
We
wait.
think
You get
logic.
what you deserve. That's
Yep.
number one. Number two, you talking about trailblazing and all this other kind of stuff it's just, to me, it sounded like I couldn't even get a guy to tell me how he made money.
Mm.
We got this whole thing about counterculture rebellion, and it's not. You cannot show me where guys are winning or how it's helping guys. Let me put this. Let me see. Marcus, let me unmute you. Sorry about that. Let me unmute you. Marcus, what do you got for me?
Thanks for your time today. I just wanted, can you just highlight for a second just the amount of money that cats are missing out on because they want to?
Yeah.
Damn.
There's just so much
Yes.
money that's out there.
Here we go.
They're missing out on it just because they just want to be.
Well, let me give you an example from my career.
There we go.
When I was an entry-level salesperson, an account executive made between $30,000 and $36,000 on a base salary, and we made roughly 25% of contract value.
Damn.
The next position,
Not a dog.
the minimum starting salary was $45,000. 45 to 60. And they got 30% of the contract value. So if you just take
Dang.
back
Wow.
then, the average company would promote you. They could
That's a
bump
big
your
jump.
salary 20%. So
Big
let's say
jump.
you're making $35,000.
35,000.
The next spot up, you make 20% more. That's $7,000 more. That's 20% is $7,000 more.
It's a
Okay.
nice little jump.
Over a career of 30 years, that's $210,000. Just one promotion. That's not even including the variable numbers of your sales.
Yeah.
The sales percentages. The thing is, once you get the job title, you have it on the open market. If your company doesn't want to pay you, you could easily go out to a competitor and say, I'm a major account manager. What's the job? What's the position pay? 45 to 60?
Yeah.
Oftentimes people go from one company to another company and double their salary.
Absolutely. Quick.
Double their salary for doing the same kind of work.
Missing out.
So the average person does not even get a raise. So the only way you raise yourself is through promotion. This is what a lot of guys don't seem to realize. You are losing hundreds of thousands of dollars by staying stuck in one position and not doing what it takes.
Oh, man.
Did I answer your question?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that.
All right. I'm gonna put you back in the queue. You can. Did you want to be on camera? There we go. Charles, did you have anything else you want to add? Because I see you driving.
Oh no, I'm parked, man. It's the fact that I've always coached, and it's very similar to being a lifestyle, consultant, because you gotta see the potential within someone who doesn't see it within themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the part that gets me about black men, young black men. I'll be 38, so I'm not old, but I'm not 21 anymore either. So
Right.
you get the notion.
He's younger, man, but
You
he
see how
got
the world really works, not just for America, but for black men. It works totally different.
Mm-hmm.
You have to play the game.
Absolutely.
You cannot. You have to be infallible. So
Right.
this rebellious nature that comes because a lot of these guys are literally being shamed out of masculinity. They don't hang around a lot of men to know that men are orderly. I've even looked at the chat where some people were admiring my cigar or complaining about it. See, this is the part when a few videos you did. The problem is a lot of black men don't even understand fine cigars and fine liquor are conversation starters. I've gotten cards from guys who are millionaires to say the day you decide to stop being a cop, I want you to be my personal security.
Oh yeah, I consulted with a guy earlier this week, and he's doing personal security for rappers and executive protection. And I consulted with him and said, look, man, you have the prototypical image you could run your own executive protection firm and become a multi-millionaire in New York.
And that's the goal. So like hell, a lot of people don't even know a bodyguard and Common and Freeway. Like just making about anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 for 2 days. Just
not bad.
That's where conversation started. A lot of people want to have this rebellious attitude, but don't want to take the time to learn under a master. It's like a martial artist. If you really think you're gonna go in there and kick the master's ass first day, you're gonna have a sore ass coming to you.
Right.
Young black men, instead of learning and trying to seek the master, you think that you mastered what somebody who's the expert in the field has done before you were probably born.
Mm-hmm. Hey Charles, let me get this one. He just dropped off. Let me get back to you in just a second. Xanatos Clutch makes a good point, and I want to read this. All of this bickering about not wanting to cut your hair. No wonder why black men aren't taken seriously. Gentlemen, we have to address this point.
Damn.
Are black men taken seriously? Think about what he said. Don't get out of your feelings.
Get out of your feelings.
This is a snapshot. Do you feel as though the black male image is taken seriously? And I can tell you, no. It's not. From my opinion, it's not. Because I don't get this amount of push. Today is Suit Saturdays. And I started Suit Saturdays for an opportunity for guys to actually put on a suit on a Saturday and just go down the house and see.
I tell you what, man. Hey, I tell you what. If my suit gets here, if everything, man, listen, I got the whole shaboing boing or whatnot that's coming. If everything is here by a decent amount of time, we might go ahead and suit up for Suit Saturdays. All right. If everything is here, I don't know. They say everything will be here by the 8th, but y'all know Amazon can come in the morning. It can come whenever. If everything gets here that I need to be here by a certain time, we might suit up for Suit Saturdays. All right.
See how different the world is. How different the world treats you. Look good on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
For the
I'm ready.
So years I've been around the manosphere, the black manosphere, I have gotten more pushback than I never get this amount of pushback other than from black men.
Yeah, I'm about to say from any other race. I'm not surprised.
I don't get white men, Hispanic men, Asian men, Middle Eastern men complaining and fussing about putting on a suit, taking off
Jordans off
sneakers.
There you go. What? I haven't seen this.
We have so much time.
I knew it was coming.
Youthful image. I'm gonna just tell you this. A lot of black men in this category, you're stuck in high school.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you peaked.
Yep.
You were cool as a junior or a senior. You're still the same high school dude. You dress like you're in high school. You mentally act like you're in high school.
Facts.
This is where you are. You carry yourself like you're in high school. And unfortunately, you're getting high school outcomes.
Absolutely. It's time to level up, baby. It's time to level up, baby.
You're supposed to peak and start getting your prime when you're 30, 35. And a lot of these dudes are taking a feminine approach to life. Women peak from 6 to about 16 to about what, 30, 25 at the most.
25.
It's the opposite for men. The older we get, the better we get. It's like a fine cognac. We get better with age. Like, I'm starting to get gray hairs in my beard, and all the younger females I know are starting to compliment it, and they love it. Keep your body up. You know, this is what I noticed. A lot of dudes out here are making excuses not to be great.
Good.
You know, they're not trying to give me this job because I'm black. Yeah. Go somewhere else. Well, they're not trying to give me this job.
Hold on, Charles. Eric Extraordinaire. Hip-hop artist dresses.
My clean suit and I loved my hair, but when I cut it off, more doors opened up for me.
There you go. That's what you want to get to.
Love me a clean suit.
Love my clean suit. Love my hair, but when I cut it off, doors open for me. Great. And Eric says, hip-hop artists dress black society. White tees and Jordans. Yeah. And the thing is, who else dresses like that?
Kids. Children.
Who dresses like
teenagers?
That? No one else dresses like we're still in high school. Somebody else also said that it's like black men are in a continual state of arrested development. Who is it hurting?
I'm reading some of the comments, man.
I'm gonna go ahead and clear up some space on the board for some other folks. I appreciate you guys jumping on, Charles. Appreciate it, Roy.
Anytime.
All right. Who is it hurting? Who are you? I don't want to say who is it hurting. Who are you making a point with?
May I ask another question, Kevin?
Yes, go ahead.
I want to know. You sent me the link for your consulting, and based on what we were on this conversation, what would you consider a higher priority? The career count, or the career consulting, or the
image,
or the
image consulting,
or the design or the appearance consulting,
image consulting,
the virtual, the virtual consultation.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, what's the priority for it?
Well, that's kind of situational. Career is focused on career. Virtual consultation is focused on your image and style with the sprinkling of those things.
Yeah.
It's really kind of up to you. I don't know what your particular situation is, so you would have a better handle on what you need to prioritize on your side. It's kind of like going into a grocery store. You have a set amount of money. You gotta have to make a decision.
Yeah.
So based upon the one question you asked, I really can't give you a firm answer. More than likely, you sound like, honestly, if I take a shot, you probably need both.
Image. Yeah, yeah.
And have you ever sat down?
Investing in my tuition.
Appreciate it. If you've sat down with someone on corporate side as far as corporate pathing and planning, but you're off target, you need a plan to get on target. But then that doesn't change the fact that there's still an image component also.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm not gonna lie. I mean, just based on, I'm not saying anything against the other brother, but that big old collar shirt and everything, man, definitely need to focus on that doggone image, man. But he seems like a really respectful guy.
I guess you said it varies per person.
Okay,
I guess.
Yeah, what the hell? I can't. This is not the show for that.
Yeah. I'm trying to get to
show going on, so I can't take time to do that. So
damn.
That's the answer. I can't tell you which one to prioritize. That's something for you to figure out.
I thank you. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Is that your final? Okay. Go ahead and drop you back down.
All right, guys. I believe our camera went out. My camera died after an hour? What the freak, bro?
I can't pronounce it. King's Zuku, Fire Nation. What's going on, man? People that keep artists safe usually. Okay. Let me say this, kind of answer something Roy was talking about. Personal development is something a lot of black men need.
Absolutely.
Getting your education, whether it's high school or college, is only a basics. Career pathing, overall assessing your image, mentorship, coaching. you have to continue to stay. Why does McDonald's and Coca-Cola, the two largest brands in the world, continue to advertise? It's not like people are going to forget who they are. They do it to stay top of mind. They do it to reinforce their brand.
Yep.
And sadly, a lot of the stuff I talked about today is new information to a lot of guys, a lot of black men. This stuff is often passed from father to son through other families. A lot of guys get this stuff at between around 16 to 23.
Yep.
So if you're getting it now, you're
Maybe even
behind.
earlier. Maybe even earlier.
And when you're
Some of them
behind,
get it
guess
earlier.
what? You got to pay for a learning curve.
Yep.
You're not going to find an organic mentor. You're going to have to invest. I've already said it. When I do my videos, I tell you, if you're not prepared to invest about $10,000 into your own personal development, stay in the entry level.
It's time to work.
Because you got to get your business, you have to get your business together, your mind together, your image together, and you still got to get out there and compete.
Facts.
There is a reason Dame Dash said he hires consultants, because they have an outside looking in. But just like you have guys say, I didn't know that. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
That's what it takes, because corporate America is a dog-eat-dog world.
Facts.
Dog-eat-dog. It's extremely competitive. All right, I don't hear this guy that's just on the line, so I'm gonna drop you back, King Zuku. All right. Finding a mentor can be so hard. Before and after, this is what I need you to understand. You don't need to find a mentor. You need to hire a coach. Finding a mentor is for about 3 to 5%. You need to hire a coach. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Go get a part-time job at Quick Trip for $14 an hour. That's an additional $14,000 a year. After taxes, you have about 10 grand. Take that money, invest a third of it for your future. Take 50% of it and hire coaches in personal development. Invest in yourself. See, you're only going to make more money per hour or more money on salary by increasing your skill sets. The trick is no one's ever got rich working long hourly wages. You have to make money in chunks.
Yep.
And consultants put you in a position to help you make money in chunks. It's return on investment. All right.
A lot of y'all want to trade y'all time in for money, and that ain't it.
Never thought to hire a couch. I didn't say hire a couch. I said a coach. You hire a couch, man. I don't know what a couch gonna do for you. All right, guys. Kev, do you think 27 is too old to start this? Not at all. I didn't start until 25 years old. My first outside sales job I told you guys about in the beginning, where I made $35,000 my first year, I took $5,000 that I had saved and I invested it directly into additional sales training, personal development.
Hold on, y'all. I'm working on this real quick.
Close to 15% of my gross from the previous year. But guess what? The year I did that, my first year, I made $15,000 more.
Mute yourself, bro.
Okay, mute me in the background. Okay, King, I need you to mute the YouTube channels.
Hello.
There you go. What you got for me, brother?
All right, how you doing? I wasn't I put something up there. I said that you looked like a effing hippie. That was the term and the statement that was said to me, like when they pretty much people would go to. It wasn't saying that towards you. So I wanted to make sure I cleared that up before.
I didn't even see it. I'm sure I had plenty of insults in the chat room. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah, so my statement was both you guys got beards, right? That was the first part. Or that was the most recent one. It was like when it came to Officer Faulkner, you know, he has a beard, the way it's shaped, the way it's framed and everything like that.
Hold the thought, y'all. Y'all just give me a second, man. Hopefully within the next 10 minutes we'll actually have my camera back. Right now we're using the internal camera, so just bear with me, man.
He looks like a scary Muslim to some people. And then to others, you know, when it came to your beard and the way it's shaped and the way it is, they say y'all look like hippies. Now, I got the same thing. So I'm not saying it's against you. I'm just saying what their opinion is. Like,
First of all, if anybody see Kevin Samuels, in no way, shape, form, or fashion do he look like a hippie. Like, come on, bro. Who is this guy? Who is this guy, man? This dude up is set tripping now. The other guy with the beard and everything like that, man, he said he was in law enforcement. So he's not trying to look friendly. All right.
Being the black guy or the only black guy, and they they start to say their opinions when you're out there and in these certain type of situations, you get to hear their real statements and their real thoughts about certain things. So that's what I was saying with that part. But I also have locks. Now, I used to use a trick where I would go to the interview, I would cut my hair off, and knowing that I could get my locks reattached, I would just reattach them in 3 months. Now, because I had a fast hair growth, I knew that trick. I used that trick. But the thing was, I got them to get used to me and know my personality before they actually had to, let's just say, deal with the image, which the scary image is mostly how big and black I am.
All right, so let me ask you a couple of questions.
Gotcha.
First, make a couple of statements. I have a beard now, but I own my own business.
Mm-hmm.
I did not have a beard when I was in corporate America.
Okay. Now I wanted to make sure that we state.
Hold on. It's my turn. Just clarifying.
Mm-hmm.
I own my own business. I don't have to do it.
I've made it well into the six figures and then I grew out my hair. I changed the hearts of people in my field regarding our hair and the opinions associated with it. You do have to play the game too.
So, hold on. I was letting the super chat read. I'm still going. I had to let the super chat read.
Yeah,
First off, I
was just saying I did the way he said. That's what I did too, or that's what I aim to do.
I don't need you to. I can't have you overtalk me. It makes for horrible feedback. So,
I apologize.
I didn't have my beard when I was in corporate America. No one did. No one had a beard. No one had facial hair. I have archival evidence. It's not on this computer, but I can pull up hours and hours of videos of corporate executives talking about in the 80s and 90s how they would not even consider to hire somebody who had even as much as a mustache. So, like it or not, you don't see a bunch of that stuff. But so the questions to you are: you said you would cut your hair for the interview, so you knew what it took to get in the door. And then after you were there, you would basically grow it back. Why are your locks so important to you?
Good question.
Well,
this is a great question. I want to see how you're going to answer this. Is it going to be a feeling thing, or I like the question.
I don't want to make, because it's different reasons for different people. But
who's asking you?
Mine is more.
You cut him to get the job.
Mine is more.
Go ahead. You cut him to get the job. So
it's more of a genealogy.
You didn't have to go back, but you chose to. Why?
It's more of a genealogy and culture situation. Some people, they don't, subscribe to certain things that are in their culture.
He's talking about everybody else. He's asking you, why is it so important to you? Come on, brother. Come on, man. Stick with it, bro. Stick with it. Just answer the question. He's asking you.
And I'm, African American. I'm Hebrew Israelite, but I don't subscribe to everything anymore. I done traveled the world. I done seen a lot of things, and
I'm not understanding why they're important.
Oh my God. This is the issue that we as a people have an issue with. Just answer the question, fam. Answer the question, then give the context. It's backwards. I'm going to give 15 minutes of context, and sometimes they don't even answer the doggone question. Answer the question, then give the context.
It's cultural. I'll make it simple and say it's cultural.
Could you give me? I'm still don't understand what that means. It's cultural.
Why?
I said I was Hebrew, and within a lot of the Hebrews, it's a cultural aspect towards it.
So
locks?
It permits you to cut your hair for an interview?
No, I was playing the game.
Okay, so you were with, okay, so,
You
but are
were
you telling me that it's permissible to cut your hair for an interview?
Is it permissible?
Mhm.
If I didn't, I wouldn't have got the job.
That's not what I asked you, brother.
yeah.
I asked you, is it permissible?
I don't know if you guys. I keep trying to look up here. I don't know if y'all are following right now, but hey, this. I love it, man.
Well, yes, because I say it's permissible.
Okay,
Now,
so.
I can,
Because
No, no,
you
no,
say.
no, no, no.
Because you.
go ahead.
Mm.
So it's also permissible to not have to go them back.
Mm.
Yeah.
So the next question,
Wow.
after you got the job,
Let me tell you something. I think this was one of the reasons why one of the reasons why I love watching Kevin Samuels work, like actually ask questions, because again, you have so many people that are really, really good at beating around the bush instead of just answering the question. And what he'll do is he'll give you time to answer the question. If you start to go off the rails, then he'll go ahead and insert again, like, hey, basically answer the question. And once he gets his answer, okay, let's move on. Like, man, don't be sitting here trying to again beat around the bush and do all this extra stuff. No. Just give the answer, and we're gonna really do a deep dive into this thing. And the bottom line was, what he tried to lead with is it was basically a part of his religion and all this other stuff. Okay, so you telling me that this is growing your hair is a part of your religion. Respect that. So why did you cut your hair? Well, I had to play the game to get the job. Okay. So you just went against your religion to get the job? So why did you then, reattach them or grow them back or whatever? Because, I make the rules. Oh, okay. So now you make the rules. So you didn't have to regrow your hair then, right? Because again, you live by your own rules, correct? All right. So let's go to the next question. He
how many
killed.
times have you been promoted and where do you rank?
Well, due to the fact that the ways that I actually went to promotions was
Simple question.
Yeah. Here we
How
go.
many times have you been promoted? How many
the
times?
ways I got my promotions was I changed actual jobs and career fields. See, I have a different situation than most people.
Okay, bro. We gotta make the show broad for everybody. So you did not get promoted inside the company you work for. You changed jobs to get promoted. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Why couldn't you get promoted in the company you work for?
There was no problem. It was just not. Let's say, okay, for instance, in one company I'm
Yep.
thinking about right now,
Yep.
that was lockstep. Like the people who were actually in these upper positions were there for 15 to 20 years. They didn't go in no. So
there weren't positions available anywhere. So basically, there was no one
That's
that
Cap.
got a management
That
position
sound like Cap.
in the time you were there.
No.
Yeah.
Like everybody pretty much either you went to a different situation where like either you changed companies or you changed full on.
Hey, that's not. So was this a small company?
It was a multi-billion-dollar company.
Okay. So what I'm asking is, did they hire any? Okay. When I hear this, I understand that there are a lot of times there has to be an opening. But what you're telling me is there were no openings above your job title.
Yep.
From the day you got hired to the day you quit, no one got hired or moved into a position.
That's Cap.
The company org chart was solid. Is that what you're telling me?
Yep.
Well, here's the thing.
I said yes or no.
Yeah, come on,
I got
bro.
5. No, because it's not a yes or no. I got 5 years.
Yeah, it really is.
Wait, in the civilian world, I only got 5 years of experience.
Or did not happen. Either people were moved or either moved up or were hired in as managers or not. That's a verifiable fact. It's not subjective. So
Man, this what tripped me out, man. People, they be trying to act like they so freaking clueless instead of the thing is, hold on, y'all. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and hold on. We got the camera back. All right, we got our camera back. We got the big boy DSLR back. I'm gonna go ahead and movies cannot be recorded since the recording is disabled. Gotcha. The thing is, man, Kev done caught that mofo in a lie. Let that be. All right, we back in there. Let's go.
In the civilian world, I only have 5 years experience.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say to you. Now, if we're talking about the military,
Well, we're
then
not
that's a
worried
totally
about. We're not
different
worried about.
situation.
We're not worried about the military. Is
Exactly.
not something I can be concerned with. This is corporate stuff. Okay,
Exactly. So now that I'm in corporate America, I have a different situation than the rest of everyone or a lot of people. So in my situation, I waited 10 years to get my hair back. And once I got my hair back, because I joined the military, it was a decision that a few people that were in my culture made, that we did this together, and we went and we was like, hey, we got to cut them and whatever like that. And it was something that we had spoke to our elders about before we even did the thing. But now that I'm back in the civilian world, now that I'm back in the situation that I'm in, I chose to grow my hair back. But I understand, due to the fact of what this nature is, what the nature of this country is, and everything else that comes along with it, that I have to play certain games. But the number one thing that they do is when they hear me and they hear my personality, they see the type of man that I am. They see that I'm not overzealous, but I am zealous. I am relenting.
Okay,
When it comes to
can you
they don't pay attention to my hair.
Can you get to? Okay, so what you're telling me is, you're smart enough to know you have to cut your hair to get the job, but this means enough for you that you're willing to sacrifice opportunities just for your culture. It keeps saying it's for your culture, but it's up to you. You're making choices. And that's fine. I'm completely okay with it. But you also understand something. You can put it off on the fact that you're a black man and this and that. No, this is an attitude. There's a rebellion here. Because
I'm not rebelling.
Yeah, it is. Because if you understood, because either you were permissible according to the law, statutes, and commandments of your culture, your religion, you cut it or not. Yep. You could choose.
Yep.
You could choose. You
made that choice.
You went to the military, they told you to cut it. The white man told you to cut it. You cut that shit because you wanted his benefit. You wanted the white man's job, and you had to.
And listen, man, to most people, they gonna feel some type of way about the things that he's saying, but stop him when he's wrong. Stop him when he's speaking straight facts. He sit there and he listened. He allowed this man to talk. And this man is basically saying everything that Kevin is saying, but he's just repeating it back in a way that he don't want to hear. That's why he continued to try to interrupt.
Go either cut that hair to get the white man's job, you cut it. But then you brought your ass in there, and then 10 years later, you said, you know what? Now I'm in this motherfucker. Now I can do what I want to do. Well, guess what? You won't. But if you want to get anywhere, you either gonna have to influence those people to move you up. But if I tell you right now, people look at stuff like that and say, that guy looked one way, came in, he duped us. But they're not gonna move you up. How many black men are in your company have dreadlocks who are upper management?
You saying like upper management?
Upper management.
Well, you know what it is. Also, I'm in California.
Upper management.
You don't want to answer the question. Answer the question, bro. Come on, man. What they got to do?
Now, pasty white guys with daggone with their hair missing.
Management,
white men with the hair missing.
See what I'm saying?
What are you saying? You're not saying anything.
All right. Apparently
you're not saying anything.
Let me go ahead.
What you're saying is upper management, and I'm telling you that these men are only men that are. I'm sorry. I'm loud. I'm like angry man. Excuse me. Go ahead. Say what you're saying. You muted yourself, sir.
What the heck just happened? Fire Nation, man. Let me tell you, like angry man. I've actually heard that before. That boy say, "I live in San Diego." Man, hold on, wait a minute, 1 second. He said I live in San Diego. He used that as a freaking excuse, man. I'm in California. What does that have to do with anything, bro? That ain't got nothing to do with nothing, bro. Fire Fred 44 say, what happened? I don't know, man. I don't know what. I guess Kevin Samuels must have did something, man, because are we just waiting? I mean, the Wi-Fi over here is still good. Hopefully, Shatina paid her doggone bill. Let me call her. But no, the Wi-Fi is good, man. I think it was on Kevin's end. I don't know if he was trying to mute that guy and he ended up muting himself or what ended up happening. But as you can see, the stream is actually still going. There we go.
Upper management.
Sorry, you were muted the whole time.
No. How many people in upper management how many people in upper management?
They're all white.
Right. So all you dread-wearing Negroes are making them white boys rich off your efforts. Right?
As somebody that has locks, as a guy that has locks myself, listen, I am not offended by anything that he is saying. And again, when we start to speak about men, words should not get you off of your square. If it does, then you need to look at yourself as a man. You're wearing your heart on your sleeve. You need to get out of your feelings, man. This information that he has given to you, you can either take this information and you can use it to hopefully level up, or you can continue to be like the rest of the group and get in your feelings and try to go back and forth and combat somebody that does have the experience, that does have the results. And again, man, I guarantee this young man was probably raised by feminine parents. Just because you're a man does not mean that you are masculine. All right, just because you had your father in your life does not mean that he instilled, certain qualities into you, man. And this guy, honestly, it sounds like he was raised by feminine parents.
What you do? Yes or no?
Well, yeah, they've been eating.
Yeah, because they're the managers and you're the workers. So congratulations.
They've been managers for 40 years.
Right.
The company I work for right now.
What? And they're going to continue to be managers because they're going to continue to be managers because black men who think like you, who know that there are rules, who know that there are games, are too prideful to play the game. You knew you had to cut your hair. You were smart enough to know that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But you're not smart enough to realize, you know what, if I kept my hair cut, maybe I can displace one of those people. I can get one of those positions. You know what? Here's the funny thing is when they want to put you on job. Hold on, folks. Hold on, dude. Hold on, man. Let me tell you something. Someone who's been there. When they want to move, when they want you in a position, they'll make a position.
I'm almost 40 on the knife. I've been there.
When they want you in a position, they will make a position for you. When white people want you in someplace, they'll make a position. They'll make a job title. So I don't really see that. I'll give you a final.
Man, appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it, man.
Because what you're saying really is you understand. You just want to rebel, and that's cool. But you're not. But you're sacrificing, costing yourself opportunity. That's the cost, and that's your choice. Go ahead.
When I came back to America, one of the main things I seen is how whitewashed we are. When I came back to America, I noticed a lot. Yes, we're whitewashed.
Oh, there we go.
Like our culture.
Whitewashed meaning okay. So why are you here?
Why am I here? If I'm gonna use that term.
But you weren't always here. Why don't you go somewhere where they're not whitewashed?
Because this is where I'm originally from.
No, that's not the truth. That's not the whole truth. You don't go there because the opportunities aren't there. You can talk all this shit about whitewashed and the white man and everything, but you want that white man's money.
You thinking about leaving anyway.
But you ain't. You can think all you want to, dude. Let me just cut to the chase. You can think all you want to.
Like I
you can think all you want to, but you are still here collecting that. See, this is more than bullshit. I can't. When I moved back to America, why don't you keep your ass over where you was? See all the bullshit? We want to talk all these facts and talk all, like, we're done. We're done. We're done. There's nothing to be, thank you for getting on, but see, that call was perfect.
Absolutely. Yeah,
that call was perfect.
Definitely in his
You want
feelings.
the white man's
Absolutely.
money, but you wanted to do it your way. You're not willing to go out and make your own. You're willing to take scraps. See, you're willing to take scraps to keep your hair long, but you're not willing to get the steak and then go make your own. You sound crazy to me, man. You sound crazy to me. And that's unfortunately how so many black men are thinking about this stuff. These are actual decisions you guys are making to walk around with dreads and Jordans at 40 years old. Talking about the white man and white supremacy and crackers and selling out and all that. You are a joke. Because what you're saying lacks logic. It is emotional.
What does that sound like? Something.
And you are hurting.
Something that lacks a logic that's emotional. What does that sound like? A feminine person. Take that and do whatever you want to do with it.
No one but yourself.
What about a small afro? Come on, fam.
Let me go ahead and help you out too. So this is why this channel is not for everybody. This channel is not for everybody. This channel is for guys who want to be in the upper 10% of me. This channel is for guys who want to be 6 figures plus and upper management, not just making a bunch of money and lone wolf stuff. It's not. 80% of the world, 80% of guys will never need an image consultant. What I do ain't for everybody.
And that's facts.
But neither is having an attorney or retainer, having a financial advisor, their own personal broker.
What the freak?
Look,
bruh.
Success
I know damn well this damn thing
has a formula. It's been studied. And the thing is, it's not about information. See, what you guys realize, it's not about access to information for so many black men. It's about a stubbornness, an egotism, a self-importance. I shouldn't have to. I ain't gonna sell out, whitewash this, but then you'll sit your ass right here and take their lessers. You'll take the scraps, but you won't get up there. And here's the real thing. A lot of guys don't want to actually cut their dreads and go up there because they don't know if they can compete. They don't know if they can really compete. See, when I stepped up to have to compete, I put myself in, there was no more talk. See, it's one thing to compete on an individual level, but when you have to move up into management, that means you got to motivate people to act on your behalf. And see, how do you motivate people to act on your behalf when you're a rebel? When you're like the last caller, who can he manage and lead?
Shoot.
He could lead and manage white folks with this whitewash mentality. And really,
y'all, my apologies, man. The camera went out again, which is so freaking weird. I don't know what's up with that, man. The camera went out again, but we got it, man. Hopefully it'll be back before this live stream is over with.
See, who are you gonna lead? You get to pick. You picked your career path. You chose to be an attorney. That means you can't say, I want to be, you want to be a physician. You want to be a dentist? Guess what? That comes with a set of rules.
Absolutely. Let me see if I can switch this camera around.
Thank you. a lot of brothers use their hair to hide the fact that they can compete. That's true. See,
Absolutely.
as long as you can put it off on everybody else, oh, they ain't letting me up because I'm black. No. Because see, Colin Kaepernick, my frat brother. You've had plenty of people who've been, Cash, you have to admit, no man should have to cut their hair for a job.
What?
Kevlar, no, I don't. I certainly don't, and yes, you should. Let me tell you how this comment right here. This guy came in and said, I have to admit, no man should have to cut their hair for a job. When you're working for somebody else, you do. Where do you guys get off with this thought process? How the hell are you going to go into somebody else's company or organization and tell them what you should and should not have to do?
What sense does that make, man?
If you don't want to follow the rules, don't apply for the position.
You don't have to be
This is
here.
what I'm saying. And understand, guys, we're talking about hair.
Right. Not just skin.
Hair.
Not just skin color. Hair.
We're not talking about somebody asking to change their religion, their sexual orientation. We're not saying that somebody asked you to
Something that you can't grow back.
lie, steal, cheat, do anything unethical. We're talking about hair. Even shaving off your beards, you don't have to do anything. See, that's the beautiful thing. You don't have to do any of it. But the thing is, when you don't, you're officially not a threat. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna wrap this up. You don't have to do any of this stuff, black man. But when you choose to go in and wear a big, long, bushy beard, you're officially not a threat. When you choose to wear dreads, you're officially not a threat. When you choose to go in there, anything other than the corporate image, you're officially not a threat.
Mm-hmm.
They like, okay, cool. He's over there. We're over here. And just like I said to the guy that was on the call, you and the guys that look like you are making the guys above you rich. Now, let's focus on that. Why are you okay with letting other people eat off of your effort instead of you? Why can't he get to the place to where he's in charge and he's hiring other brothers and moving other brothers? That's why I keep asking, what positions do you black men who are so rebellious have to put other black men in? You ain't got nothing to put them in.
Baby's kids will start World War III over not wanting to cut their hair, but if abroad.
Keep checking that doggone that camera, man. Ugh, grief. I got to get
So the
another
corporate
camera.
image should be changed. Again, listen to that. Guy said, so the corporate image should be changed. See how childlike that is?
If it don't
We
work
need to change
for
all
me,
corporate America.
right?
We
If
need
it
to
don't
change
work
all
for me,
the rules of the people who came and founded this other kind of stuff. We don't need to respect anything that other people have done. We need to change it. I want you to understand how much of a joke that mentality is. I mean, think about, this is what this guy's actually saying. You can build a Fortune 1000 company, but we need to change the rules of upper management, executive management, things like that to accommodate who? They're doing just fine.
right? If it ain't broke,
And this is how low vibration. This is why I say why they stay at the bottom. Staying at the bottom. No one's going to fight you to make for you to stay at the bottom.
absolutely not.
Can you hear me?
Smooth.
Yes, go ahead.
Hey, Kevin. My question, really, I don't really have a question. I just really wanted to say, Kevin, thank you for everything you're doing, like for real. And I really hope that all this pushback that you get, that you don't get discouraged and just quit it altogether.
Oh,
because,
no,
seriously, because I literally have a headache from being mad at the reaction, the response that you're getting, because we're talking about hair.
You know, Kevin, and this is just a small example, man. I called into your show last year, January or February. And I've been listening to your videos and stuff. I'm a security guard. I was making $10 an hour. I make $12 an hour now. It's not really a big jump, but the reason why I make $12 an hour is because I was listening to all the advice you give in your videos. You understand me? I'm about to plan to move to the city where you at right now, and I'm arranging shit right now. You understand what I'm saying? To work in corporate. So, oh man, look, I can't even thank you enough, first of all, and everybody else that came to challenge you and stuff. They're not even on the level to ask any questions right now. You just go ahead and do your due diligence first before you come, and then you have something to challenge Kevin on, because none of y'all niggas is saying nothing. And plus, Kevin, I apologize for that super chat I left earlier where I was cussing everybody out. That's my fault. But please, brother, keep on doing what you're doing. Your suit looks immaculate. I'm trying to buy me a suit now.
Let's get it, bro.
Again,
Hey, I respect this guy.
There you go, man. Go to K&G Men's Factory and get you a Calvin Klein. It's $150, and it looks like $1,000.
Bro, I'm getting that as soon as I'm at work right now. I'm going to the mall after work.
Appreciate it, fam.
I'm gonna call it and say that I got a suit. All right, guys. So I'm gonna do the work, man. But hey, Kevin, thank you so much for your time.
Appreciate it, fam. Thanks.
All right.
All the best, man. Good luck.
Thank you.
See, let me tell you why I did this broadcast. Black man, I need you to understand something. I take a massive risk to my business, to my channel, to everything on YouTube that I'm trying to build by risking to talk to you and tell you the truth.
He's speaking facts.
You look in the men's fashion and style side where I am. There are only a handful of black men. No one speaks about race. They don't come over to the black manosphere. They don't talk about it. And guess what? They make more money than I do on YouTube. They have a broad crossover audience, and they don't deal with nearly amount of pushback. You got to ask yourself, why is this brother coming over here talking to us about something that he's done and an industry that he works in? I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm trying to lie to you. I'm doing this at risk to my own business and brand. But but for people who are pushing back, you don't even sit back and think to say, what's in it for this brother to talk to a YouTube channel on Saturday, take time out of his day to talk to a bunch of people he don't even know?
We got our camera back, fellas.
Do you ever think about that? What's the benefit to me? But this is my give back, my pay for it, just so you can have a call like that just had from that one brother. People would love for you to stay stuck, stay at the bottom, not know. And most people are not going to they're not going to reach over to ask you if you need help.
Nope.
You're going to have to ask people for help, ask people for information. Like I told the story about how I was failing. Doing it the hard way, I had to ask Cole and Preston. They were more than willing to help me.
And that's what's so crazy, man. That is what's so crazy. Like, sometimes the only thing we got to do is just ask. Just ask for help. Get the information. And out here right now, you got so many different YouTubers, so many different, people that have lived a certain type of life. They done, kind of found their way through the dark, and they have the answers. And yet, you still have guys out there that still want to disagree, go back and forth. But these men or these people out here have actually lived it, and they have the results, and they have the years and years of experience. Let me get back on camera.
Did you know what? They didn't notice that I was struggling. They didn't notice I was struggling because they were too busy winning and enjoying their lives.
There we go. All right.
They're not thinking about you like that at these companies. They're not worried about some of the stuff you guys talking about. All they do is they see a guy with dreads or with tattoos or whatever who looks out of place, and they say, that guy is a great worker.
Yeah.
But he's not management.
Nope.
And they will continue to give a beneficial situation. You're working for them, you're getting paid,
Yep.
and they're reaping the benefit of your effort. But you're not moving up.
Nope.
You're doing the same thing. And that should be more offensive than anything else.
That he done said.
You're
Facts.
not actively in the upper management owner's box. And unlike your father and your grandfather, your great grandfather's generation, where you were physically locked out, legally locked out, you're not legally locked out.
Nope.
You're emotionally locked out right now.
Facts. We about to get back on camera, guys. We got the Sony back in action. This thing, man, keep freaking overheating. If anybody has any information on how to keep this thing from overheating, please let me know. Please.
All right. Understand something. So, this is not. I'm gonna focus on this last part. Part of this is your appearance. The other part is communication.
Communication.
Black men, you must become more effective communicators.
Yes, sir. That's what we getting. That's the reason why we having these
I'm from the
conversations.
Midwest, the South. I call Oklahoma's the Midwest, but it had a lot of Southern stuff. But do I have a noticeable accent?
Absolutely.
You must read out loud because we have bigger lips and a thicker tongue.
Absolutely.
You must learn how to enunciate and pronounce words clearly. Unfortunately, and this is gonna hurt. There are plenty of black men who have the mental capability, the skill sets, but because you cannot communicate effectively or you sound dumb,
uneducated.
That's the word people will say. He sounds dumb.
Yep. Uneducated or dumb.
You don't gain respect from your colleagues, clients, or competitors. Again, if there's a speech to be given or if there's a presentation to be done,
they don't want you to do it.
And business to be won, would the company put you on point?
Ah, dog.
Would they put the ball in your hand at crunch time? If not,
it's time to do some work, man.
What good are you?
It's time to do some work.
That's the point. This is something you can control. Reading, writing, especially today with emails and text messages. Now you can look in YouTube in the chat room and just look at how guys communicate. Talking and writing in a stream of consciousness with no punctuation. You know how bad that makes you look? One poorly written email can destroy a career. So your communication skills must improve. That's why you need to work one-on-one with the coach because it's specific to you.
Yeah.
Verbal exercises, verbal drills. Yes, you develop the habit. You can unlearn the habit to where you can turn it on and turn it off.
There it is.
And then your digital.
What did I just say earlier about this, man? What did I just say? There are some things that you're going to have to unlearn. Some things that you were taught growing up. Again, leading with your feelings. Men, we should be leading we need to be leading with logic, but you're in your feelings most of the time. These are things that you have to unlearn. I keep looking up at this dog on camera. We about to get it up, man. Hold on one second, y'all. Gummit.
Footprint. How do you look online? Because I will tell you this. People in corporate America are always looking.
Absolutely.
If you ever think that, oh man, I'm not being seen, no, they always got people looking.
Absolutely.
When I was in management, I had eyes all around the office. The office manager, my assistant, someone over in engineering and credit and customer service. You can't tell you how many times someone will come by and say, oh, I saw so-and-so do this. I saw this. People, there's so many snitches in corporate America. to where you think you around somebody and they tell an off-color joke, you always have to be on.
Always. Always got
Because
to be on point.
when they're
Always
looking to
step
move
away.
someone into upper management, they have to trust you with intellectual property, proprietary company secrets. You have to be trusted with decisions to make hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars. To put you into management, that means they got to put you over people. They can't have somebody in there who can't communicate, that could risk a potential legal exposure
Absolutely.
from a company lawsuit. It's not that you're not intelligent. It's not that you can't do the job. You don't have the skills. How do you look online? If I went to a lot of you guys' Instagram and Facebook, I can tell you right now, you are a non-factor. You've seen this happen in Hollywood often, to where celebrities in this cancel culture
We're going to talk about it.
losing opportunities and things from tweets and stuff they made 12 years ago. But if you don't think that companies and corporations have people like myself behind the screen, when I get paid to do a debrief or an opposition research on a potential C-level candidate, when a company says, hey, Kevin, we want you to vet these 5 people applying to be CFO. Tell us what you find out. And I go and do my research.
Wait, what? The hell is going on?
Look at what I found on look at.
Hold on, y'all. What's going on? We good? All right, we having some issues with the live stream. I tried to post a comment down below and it wouldn't let me. That's weird.
What I found here. Look at what you found here. They got people like that who do nothing but scour the internet to try to find what their competitor who's working against the company that you work for, their competitor is looking for dirt on you too. Again, upper management candidates have to line up with corporate focus, mission statement, and overall corporate brand.
All right, there we go. I don't know what's going on. We're gonna get it fixed.
Now, you choose to go. Now, that's the path. Understand, somebody says, I could do this same video for women with pink and green hair. Honestly, I'll be honest, women don't have this problem as much as men do. Black women don't have this problem as much as black men do. Because since we're talking about black folk.
Oh, there you go. Now it's starting to show. I don't know.
Women are more agreeable in nature. Women are more apt to get along. Women are more apt to follow rules. Men are more apt to rebel.
Interesting.
All right, guys. You looking at all the dislikes? Yeah, look at all the dislikes. The truth bothers some people. All right, let's get into it. I appreciate everybody who came by on the stream. Appreciate it. Donate. Shout out to O'Shea and Steve for striking up a really good topic, a really good subject. I hope this was valuable. I hope this helped. Have a great Saturday. It's all in love. And remember, it's a choice. You can do whatever you want, but you gotta be, but here's the thing, do whatever you want, but you have to deal with the outcomes. You have to deal with the outcomes. There's no crying in baseball. You can't complain that you're not getting the outcomes you want if you're not willing to do the right things.
Facts.
All right, till next time, talk to you later.
Facts, facts, man. Good. Google it. All right, make sure that thing does not go to the next one because we know they good for it. Let me see. Switch this thing over real quick. Bam! There we go. We back in action. All right, we're gonna go ahead and end this with this being said. Hold on, are we? Yeah, hold on. We got to switch cameras because we can't be going out with this. And understand this, man. This thing is not the freaking tallest thing in the world. I'm like 6'1", 6'2", so we got to zoom out. There we go. Is that better? It's a little bit better. It's a little bit better. All right, man. Again, shout out to Miss Tina for letting us use her spot. But yeah, I wanted to go over a few different things, man. Again, when it comes to everything that he spoke about, I'm one of those people that, again, I'm always open and willing to have the conversation first and foremost. I'm always open and willing to listen and hear somebody out. And I especially, um, open the ear or whatever and willing to listen to somebody that actually has the results. All right. Based on the results, based on his resume, everything that he brings to the table, how he presents himself, everything, it speaks volumes about who he is and what he has to bring to the table. All right. So for a guy like me that was basically less than half of his age, all right, that has definitely nowhere near his experience. I'm one of those people that, listen, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to soak up as much information as possible. And if I'm not getting the results that I want in life, then something has to change. All right, I got you. I got you. Give me a second, baby. 5 minutes. Okay, I got you. But yeah, something has to change. And if you're not willing to change, be comfortable with staying wherever you are. All right, be comfortable with being complacent. Be comfortable with what he said, staying at the bottom. Some men, if you are in corporate America and you want to climb that ladder, then a lot of y'all are going to have to cut your hair. All right? Some of y'all don't even do things as simple as taking care of the things that you have right now. Taking care of your appearance, taking care of the hair that you do have. And you cannot think that you can go in somebody else's house and do what you want to do and get the outcomes that you want. Life does not work like that. Unfortunately, I mean, a lot of y'all can't get that through y'all skull, which is, it's frustrating. But I wanted to also speak about things that he talked about at the end of his live stream to wrap this up. A, B, C, D. First and foremost is your appearance. What he was really speaking about. All right, your appearance. What do people see when they first see you? All right, like how do you come off? You know what I mean? Do you look like one of those people that are nice? Well, do you like one of those people that actually keep themselves up, that's neat, the whole nine or whatever, that takes care of themselves, that looks presentable? Your appearance. The next is going to be your behavior, how you behave around these people. So, okay, you got the appearance down packed. The next thing would be your behavior. After that is communication, your ability to communicate, to get out whatever point it is that you're trying to get out. All right. If you have a message that you want to get out there, how well can you articulate yourself? All right. And then after that, last but not least, he spoke about D, the digital footprint. What do people see when they type your name in online, on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, whatever? What do they see? What type of person, how do you behave on social media? And a lot of y'all can X yourself out because of the things that you put on there. You on there flashing money, you're on there smoking, half naked, doing all kind of crazy stuff, or even the post that you put out is not somebody that I will honestly put into power. So you got to be careful about that. We got to be careful about shooting ourselves in the foot. We got to get away from those things. So y'all just keep that in mind, man. A, B, C, D. Work on those things. Before you even get to the point where you're upgrading, where when you want to move forward in life, these are 4 things that you can honestly work on yourself to help you get those better outcomes in life. All right? Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream right here, man. We're almost 2 hours in. I appreciate everybody that came through, man. Everybody that showed love. Thank you guys so much, man. All the likes. I believe we got like 20 something likes on this video. A ton of freaking comments. People chiming in from all over. Thank you guys so much. I apologize about the cameraman. We're going to get this thing fixed. This is like a $2,000 cameraman, and we should not be having those issues of this thing going dead in the middle of a live stream that's not even 2 hours. We're gonna get it figured out. But again, man, appreciate you guys so much, man, for coming through. And I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow. We may do Suit Saturdays. I'm still in the process right now of getting everything situated with making sure that Suit gets here at a certain time. maybe today, or maybe Friday or Saturday. All right, we're trying to get that thing out here. My birthday is July the 11th, so I do got to take pictures or whatnot. So we got to make sure that we're looking our best before next Tuesday. Anyway, y'all be blessed, y'all be beautiful, and I'll catch you in the next one.
We don't want to just be like a UK channel. We want to be the largest tech community on the planet.
There's no way you do something without making money for 6 to 7 years unless you love it.
That was at a time where I was getting 400 views a video, and that video went on to hit 20 million views.
I was very skeptical when I clicked on the thumbnail, and then it kind of like makes perfect sense.
We're not in a massive warehouse. We don't use robots to film our videos. It's quite relatable.
How did it feel?
In a way, it's luck. But if you zoom out of the picture, it's not luck.
Do you feel competitive with Marquez? Arun Maini, aka Mr. Who's the Boss, has been uploading to YouTube since 2011. And over the past 12 years, he's gained over 16.3 million subscribers and 4.1 billion views. But it took him 7 years and hundreds of videos to find any traction on the platform. Today, he makes some of the most visually advanced and viral videos on YouTube. And in this episode, we talk about how he comes up with ideas to make him stand out from the incredibly saturated tech genre. We also talk about the science of his storytelling that keeps viewers watching all the way till the end, and how he's built his content team and system to consistently get out videos that do millions and millions of